Introduction of the candidates. Second will be the actual questions themselves, and we will end up with the closing remarks. We'll go in alphabetical order first, so we'll begin with Sam Olens. Sam, would you give us a 2-minute intro? We'll be limited to 2 minutes.
Thank you, Kevin. It's a pleasure to be here in Forsyth tonight. I'm Sam Olens. I first came to Georgia in 1980 to go to Emory Law School. The summer before my last year at Emory, I met my wife. We just recently celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary. I have 2 children, a 17-year-old boy who will be a senior in high school and a 20-year-old girl who's a junior in college. Shortly after getting married and starting the practice of law, I've been a lawyer for 27 years. We went to a subdivision. I ended up becoming a homeowner's representative, then the umbrella organization. And then in '98, I became a district commissioner, elected Republican. In 2002, I became chairman of Cobb County, which I contend is the most conservative and best-run county in the state. I was re-elected 2 years later, re-elected 4 years later without opposition. All the counties around me have about twice the millage rate, about twice the employees, and about twice the crime per capita. So I'm very proud of what we were able to accomplish in Cobb County. We run the leanest government for the best services, and that would also include the state when you look at it from a financial perspective. 2 things I'll mention to you that happened to me as chair. One, the ACLU sued me because we start our meetings with invocations just as you did tonight. We fought that suit and won in district court and the circuit court. And secondly, my sheriff went up to me wanting to start the 287G program, which is the program when illegals go in your jail, then you get to have them deported and your citizens aren't paying for them. We were the first government in our state to have 287G. Unfortunately, there are now only 5 that have taken advantage of that program. It's very similar to Arizona's law, and it's one that should be mandatory in our state. So that tells you where I stand on the Arizona issue and where I stand on the illegal immigration issue. I look forward to your questions tonight, and once again want to thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you very much. Next we have Senator Preston Smith. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you very much. My name is Preston Smith, and I'm a candidate for Attorney General. I'm a state senator from Rome, Georgia, and I am a conservative and believe that we need a tough, strong conservative in the office of Attorney General because the direction this country is going is very bad, and we need someone who will stand up and begin to turn this ship around and fight for all of Georgia. As a conservative state senator from Rome, I never voted for a tax increase, although at times my arm was twisted pretty hard, and I even lost my chairmanship of Judiciary at one point over my refusal to vote for a tax increase. I also found out when I got elected that Georgia is a pro-life state, but our laws did not reflect that. I'm pro-life. I believe that government should defend and protect the sanctity of innocent life, and I'm not ashamed of that. I'm the only candidate endorsed by the Georgia Right to Life. And I found out, for example, that a 14-year-old could not get an aspirin from her school nurse without getting her parents' permission. But that same school nurse could refer her to an abortion clinic for a surgical procedure without the parents ever being involved. And I was part of writing a law to change that in Georgia so that now the parents are involved and the young woman knows the risk of the procedure and alternatives that protect life like adoption. I'm also a strong defender of the Second Amendment. I believe, like our founding fathers did, that an armed citizenry is ultimately the ultimate check against a tyrannical government. It's not really about hunting or fishing or collecting guns or target shooting. It's about protecting the freedoms that we enjoy. And I'm the only candidate endorsed by the National Rifle Association and GeorgiaCarry.org. I think we're going to have a tough couple of years in front of us because we've got a federal government that is attempting to run all over us as Georgians and citizens of the United States. We've got a federal government who will not enforce the laws of illegal immigration. And we've got a government that sees no limitations in trying to force us to buy health insurance and tax us if we do not buy it. We're going to need an Attorney General who will stand up and fight against that machine and protect Georgia. And I believe that my track record over the last 8 years demonstrates that I can be an Attorney General who will fight for you. So I'm asking for your vote on August the 10th in the runoff and hope that you'll elect Preston Smith as your next Attorney General.